Spikes, what is up? We're coming at you from Spike Feeders HQ with something super special today. We are playing Murders at Karlov Manor, pre-constructed commander decks. Very, very exciting. This is going to be your first look and the start of a very exciting lead up to the release of the set. We're going to be putting out so many commander games. I don't know how many yet because we haven't recorded all of them, but it's going to be like 4 or 5. So if you're watching right now, make sure you come back tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. We're going to have 1 million games for this set because we're really, really excited about it. But for now, we got to thank our sponsor, Wizards of the Coast. They sent us these decks to play and they're sponsoring the episode. So very, very excited there too. Thanks to Wizards of the Coast. Check out the link in the description. If you want to pick up these decks or any of the other product from this set, use the link below. It's going to send you to your closest LGS, or if you don't have an LGS close by, there'll be some other options for you as well. We also want to shout out our channel sponsor, GameGenic. They outfit us with a whole bunch of cool gear and keep the lights on here. So big shout out to GameGenic. Big fan of them. I think we can probably just get right into it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, today I am playing Revenant Recon. This is a deck helmed by Mirko, Obsessive Theorist. This is a Dimir deck. It leans really heavily on Surveil to get stuff into the graveyard and then Reanimator effects to bring them back into play without paying their mana costs.
That sounds awesome, Jim.
Yeah, I haven't done a Reanimator deck in a while, so I'm kind of excited about this one.
Yeah, it does sound really cool. Unsurprisingly, I'm playing the Boros deck. That's right, I'm playing Blame Game, helmed by Nelly Borca, Impulsive Accuser. This is a deck that relies on a lot of goad, especially the goad that's provided by the suspicious interaction on Nelly Borca. Basically, I can make creatures unable to block and menacing for the rest of the game, and then whenever she attacks, they all get goaded. And so I just want to play around with the combat step, cause a lot of shenanigans, and hopefully draw a lot of cards.
Amogus?
Amogus.
Sounds sweet. Hi, everybody. I'm Madison. Today I'm playing Deadly Disguise. This deck is helmed by Kaust, Eyes of the Glade. This is a Naya Morph deck, and so we're going to assemble the Power Rangers, make the Megazord, and we're going to beat everybody to death.
Is that what Morph does?
Yeah.
Well, apparently there's like new morph. Disguise.
New Morph.
All right.
Well, I'm not doing anything nearly as exciting as that, apparently. But hello, I'm Aaron. I am playing Deep Clue C, helmed by Morska, Undersea Sleuth, the Vidalcan Fish Detective, who will try to make as many clues as possible and then figure out what to do with them after the fact. But I am looking forward to it.
All right. Well, I think we can probably just crack our decks out of these GameGenic Bastions and get right on with it. I'm going to draw a card to start the game. I'm going to play an island, and I've got to play on turn 1.
Oh,
it's a solid.
Really?
oh.
Yeah, I don't want to brag or anything, but
Well, don't.
I'm just going to pass.
Okay. Thank you. I'll play Castle Ardenvale tapped as my land for turn and pass to you, Maddie.
All right. I'm going to draw a card. Only one card. I'm going to play a Shrine of the Forsaken Gods. I surprisingly do not have a turn 1 play. Pass.
Draw card. I'm going to play Forest. Also, no turn 1 play, and I'll pass.
Okay. I'll untap. Draw a card. I will play an island as my land for turn and play a card on turn 2 as well. He's curving out.
That's crazy.
Bedveil Sprite.
Oh,
That's a 1/2 flyer, and whenever it attacks, I surveil 1.
oh, that's part of the deck.
And I'll pass.
Go ahead and play this mountain as our land for turn. Tap 1, tap 2 for Talisman of Conviction. And pass turn.
Okay. Draw a card. I'm going to play a Sungrass Prairie and tap my mana for an Arcane Signet.
Ooh. Nice.
And then I will pass.
All right, draw. We'll play a Plains. I'll tap 2, and I guess I will also play my mana artifact, which is Azorius Signet.
Wow. Good job, everybody, playing fair.
And I will pass the turn.
I don't know.
Playing fair manner.
Well, I mean, sometimes you just got to give it to him. I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to play the Sunken Hollow. It enters untapped because I have 2 basics.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to move to combat.
Yeah.
Alex has volunteered, so
Yeah.
I'm going to attack Alex for 1.
Sounds great.
All right.
Surveil 1. I'm going to put that on top. I'm going to pay 3 and suspend this Charnel Serenade.
Oh.
This one I think is a new one.
Yep.
It says surveil 3 and then return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it and exile this with 3 time counters on it. So I think it just keeps coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, it's a 6-drop, but I'm suspending it for 3 mana for 3 turns.
So just to make sure I understand, in 3 turns you go to Surveil 3, return it with a finality counter,
Yeah.
and then do it again.
And then
in 3
exile it
turns.
again, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I like
think
that.
I wanted to get that one
Cool.
going nice and early. So
That's cool.
I'm going to pass.
Sure. That's a cool design. I like that. In any case, I drew my card, and it was Sun Home, Fortress of the Legion, which I'm going to play as my land for turn. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3, tap 4. No pain for Nelly Borca, Impulsive Accuser. She's got Vigilance, and whenever she attacks, suspect target creature, then goad all suspected creatures. And whenever one or more creatures an opponent controls dealt combat damage to one or more of my opponents, you and the controller of those creatures each draw a card. So if you punch each other, you get cards.
What happens if I punch you?
Nothing.
Well, you lose life though, right?
Yeah, maybe. Potentially.
That's good enough for me.
That's
All
right.
right. I will untap, draw a card. I'm going to play a Kessig Wolfrun and tap for 4 mana. This is going to be my red mana for it to sack Judith's Hellhound.
Awesome.
I'm going to unleash it.
What a good
So
boy.
it comes in with a counter.
Hold up, it's
Other
got
dogs
Unleash?
have unleash, and creatures I control with counters have haste.
Other dogs have unleash.
That's got to be a
This is
contender
great
for
flavor.
best line of rules text
Love
to this
it.
set,
I
right?
kind of love that. Yeah.
Love it. I'm going to go to combat.
Yeah.
Jim,
What?
take
Oh,
4.
That's got Unleash? How much for?
Nice
Yeah.
soul
Yeah.
ring.
I'll go to 36.
hey, there's a
And
trigger.
then when I attack, I get red for each attacking creature. So I would make 1 mana.
Okay.
I can't do anything with that mana. So
But we can both draw.
Oh, we get to draw.
Yeah, you hit one of my
Yeah.
opponents.
Oh.
Good job.
Draw.
Stop attacking Alex's opponents. Unless it's Aaron.
All right, pass the turn.
Okay, untap. I'm gonna draw a card. I'm gonna play a not so well timed Temple of the False God. We're gonna worry about that one a little later. But I'm gonna turn this white mana into blue whites and a green to cast my commander, Morska Undersea Sleuth. A 2/3. I have no maximum hand size. At beginning of upkeep, I investigate. Whenever I draw a second card each turn, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Morska Undersea Sleuth. I will pass the turn.
Okay. I'll untap. In my upkeep, I'm going to take this down to 2. Then I'll draw a card. I'm going to pay 2 and cast this Whispering Snitch. It says it's a 1/3, and it says whenever I surveil for the first time each turn, this deals 1 damage to each opponent, and I gain 1 life.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Then I'm going to move to combat,
Yeah.
and I will attack Aaron.
Am I
opponents.
one of Alex's opponents?
In the Aaron for 1.
So when you attack, you've got some triggers, yeah?
Can I leave?
Yes. So it attacks. I'm going to surveil 1.
You can concede the game at any time.
I think I'm going to put that in the graveyard. I'm going to give everybody a heads up on this. It's Anthem Mutineer, and it has Encore. Okay.
Okay.
So I can pay 6 and exile it from my graveyard to make 3 copies of it, and they have to attack a different opponent. But it also has an ETB ability. When it enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target non-salamander creature. That creature's controller creates a 4/3 salamander warrior creature token.
I do love Salamander Warriors.
Kinda
My
like
dog
a-
is not a salamander.
kind of like a rapid hybridization
It is.
effect.
So then your snitch triggers, yeah?
Yeah, Snitch triggers. I'm going to deal 1 to everybody and gain 1, going up to 37.
And then there's a Borca trigger.
Would you like to draw a card, Jim?
I would love to. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pass.
Okie dokie. We're going to untap, upkeep, and draw. We're going to play Slayer's Stronghold as our land for turn. Look at all that utility land. Now, Jim, if I told you that I was going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, and take a pain to get an extra red mana, and I was casting one of your favorite cards, what do you think it would be?
5 mana. Is it Assemble the Legion?
It is not. So that's one of my favorite cards.
Oh, I know what it is.
What is it?
We're gonna make some Stormy Boys.
We are going to make some Stormy
Oh,
Boys with
boy.
Rite of the Raging Storm.
Ooh.
I was thinking of that red-white Convoke guy.
Oh, that's a good one too.
That is a good one.
Wildfire Awakener.
Yeah.
But anyway, Rite of the Raging Storm says, creatures named Lightning Rager can't attack me or planeswalkers I control. It also says at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player creates a token named Lightning Rager. It has trample, haste, and at the beginning of this end step, sacrifices creature on a 5/1 body.
Named Stormy Boy.
And you took 1? Is that?
That's correct. I took
Yeah.
1 pain off my Talisman of Conviction to go to 37.
Cool.
After that, I'm going to go to combat, and I'm sorry, Madison. I'm going to deal 2 damage to you.
Me.
Yeah, it is commander damage, but it's just 2. But I'm going to suspect this
7.
Night Veil Sprite.
What does Suspect do?
Suspect gives it menace and it cannot block.
Oh.
However,
Oh.
it is also now goaded, so it has to attack, not me.
Well, it wasn't gonna block.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Cool.
In any case, so we got 2 damage to Maddie to 37,
Yep.
and that's it.
All right. Untap.
Upkeep. Stormy
Upkeep.
Boy.
Stormy Boy.
Brr, brr, brr.
Draw a card. All right, I'm going to go to combat.
Uh-huh.
Attack Jim.
No blocks.
So what?
Okay.
Five.
Taking. No, you're
Nine.
taking 9.
You're attacking with both creatures?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
9 damage.
I will
They
make
can't block.
a red mana when
I'll
I
go to
attack.
28. You make 2, I think, don't you?
2 red mana.
Oh, 2, right, for each attacking creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's only during combat.
All right, you take your damage. I will lose my mana.
We both draw a card.
We both draw a card.
It's 2 mana burn, actually.
Alex is drawing so many cards off of this commander.
Don't worry about it. It's
So
Boros. I never
aggressive.
draw cards.
All
aggressive.
right, I'm going to tap these mana to cast my commander. So whenever a creature I control that was turned face up deals combat damage, draw a card. And I can tap to turn target face down attacking creature I control face up.
That's
You
pretty
got
good.
it.
Then my land is going to be this Boros Garrison, returning Kessig Wolfrun to my hand.
Very nice.
All right, I will go to discards and discard this forest.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm going to go to my upkeep here. I have a few things that happen. My commander triggers and Lightning Ranger triggers, giving me 1 Lightning Boy and 1 Clue. I think that is all, which is great. Draw a card. Ooh, it's a Plains I totally already had in my hand. I will move to combat, setting the Lightning Ranger at Madison. She's attacking for a lot here.
I'm getting a little greedy, I guess. I will take 5.
32.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
Let's draw a card.
Oh yeah, right. I should have attacked Alex.
Can't.
Next time.
Lightning Ranger can't attack Alex.
I can
Well,
attack
next time
with
you can
my
attack with your...
Morska Undersea Salute.
The drawing a card triggers Morska.
It does. My second card, I totally remembered that. Whenever I draw my second card each turn, put 2 counters on Morska.
Wow.
Now it's big. Love to see it. Okay, I will pay 1, 2, 3, 4. Because Temple of False God not online quite yet for a great reprint and a good friend of mine, Benny Brax, a zoologist.
Big fan of Benny Brax.
So Benny Brax is a 3/2 with
Brax.
Convoke, which we're not going to use right now. But at the beginning of each end step, if you created a token this turn, draw a card.
Wow, collusion.
And I guess with that is all I will do. I will go to end the turn, trigger Benny Braxton, draw a card,
Yep.
Cool.
And sacrifice the
and
Lightning
sacrifice the Lightning Ranger. Donate it over there.
Ranger. I'm going to untap. In my upkeep, there's 2 triggers. First one makes a Lightning Ranger. Second one, tick down, Charnel Serenade. That's now at 1. And I will draw a card for my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tap 2 and cast Lazav, the Multifarious. He's not
Ooh.
just Unifarious.
He's not quite Pulvifarious.
Yeah, he's not Bifarious. It's going to ETB, and I will surveil 1. I'm going to put that in my graveyard. It's a ransom note.
Oh, I love Ransom Note.
Yeah, that's a 1-mana artifact clue. When it enters the battlefield, surveil 1. I can pay 2 and sacrifice ransom note to choose 1, which is cloak the top card of my library, goad target creature, or draw a card. And the act of surveilling there triggers my Whispering Snitch. Everybody's going to take 1, and I will gain 1, going to 29. Then I'm going to move to combat.
Mhm.
I would like to swing the Nightvale Sprite at Aaron and the Lightning Ranger at Madison. Maybe you shouldn't have attacked me for 9.
I understand.
Yeah, trigger Nightvale Sprite. I will surveil 1. That's going to go to the graveyard. It's a Tokazia's dig site.
Hey, Jim, you want to draw a card?
I would love to. Thank you. It only triggers once
Yeah, it's
whenever
fair.
you attack 1 or more.
Yeah,
something
well,
like
it's 1 or more and then 1 or more.
that. Okay, I'd love to draw 1.
Yeah.
Thank you. And that's going to be it for me. I'll pass.
Okie dokie. Big turn for Alex. Could I have my Lightning Ranger, please?
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Okay, we'll draw a card. Speaking of huge turn for Alex, we'll start with Labyrinth of Skophos. We'll tap 1 for Sol Ring. We'll tap Sol Ring for Felwar Stone. 1, 2 for Tome of Legends. When Tome of Legends enters the battlefield, I put a page counter on it. Then whenever my commander enters the battlefield or attacks, put a page counter on Tome of Legends. I can pay 1 and tap it to remove a page counter from Tome of Legends to draw a card.
Sure.
This deck draws a lot of cards.
Oh yeah, like a shocking number, actually. I'm kind of concerned about it. But I'm not concerned about Bloodthirsty Blade, which is equipped creature gets +2/+0 and is goaded, and I can pay 1 to attach it to target creature an opponent controls, activate only as a sorcery, which I will activate Felwar Stone to do in this moment. And it will be attached to your big creature, Aaron.
My commander?
Yes, your commander.
All right.
We're going to move to combat. On my turn, I will swing Lightning Ranger at Jim and Nelly Borca at Madison.
Sure.
Nelly Borca trigger, we will suspect... We're going to suspect this good dog. And so all suspected creatures are re-goaded again, and now 2 damage. So, any blocks?
No.
Any blocks?
I will take
I'll
5.
take 2.
Sounds good. So when I attacked Nelly Borca, we'll put a counter on Tome of Legends. So I'll do that.
Okay.
Leave that alone for now. Sacrifice my Lightning Ranger at end of turn.
Okay.
And hand it over to Maddie.
Thanks. I will untap. get a Rager.
Man, this whole draw 3 cards on my not
Draw.
turn is great. That is how I sound.
All right, I'm going to play this land tapped. I'm going to spend... I will just tap everything so that I can make 2 green and cast a Beast Whisperer. So whenever I cast a creature spell, I can draw a card.
You also want to draw cards, I see.
Yes, I do. Then I will move to combat because I have to attack with my goated dude, right?
Mhm, and Lightning Ranger.
And the Lightning Ranger. Neither of which can attack Alex.
Gotcha.
So the Lightning Ranger at Aaron and
Sure.
the Hellhound at Jim.
Okay, it's 4 damage coming at me.
It is
And they have
4.
menace, correct?
The suspected creatures have
Suspected
menace.
creatures have menace.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will not block the Lightning Ranger.
Okay. All right. So before we pass to my second main phase, I'm going to cycle this Sheltered Thicket to draw a card.
Spend
Goodbye,
the 4
mana. Sacrifice this at the end of my turn and pass.
Go to
Oh,
my
sorry.
turn.
We need to draw a card because you attacked my opponent.
You're right.
Oh, good catch.
Now you can have a turn.
All right.
Perfect. Going being my turn, a couple effects again. I'll make 1 Lightning Ranger and 1 Clue
Mm-hmm.
and draw a card. Whoa. I'm going to play a Command Tower, which will activate my Temple of the False God, which is great. I'm going to pay 2 to play a Talisman of Progress. And then I'll pay 4 to play a Wilderness Reclamation. Okay. I guess then I'll move over the combats. Well, Lightning Ranger over here. And my commander is going to attack Madison.
So Rager at Jim, Commander at Maddie.
Yeah.
I think I have to take some action because I'm really bleeding a lot here. I'm going to tap 1. This spell costs 2 less because it targets an attacking creature. It's
Oh.
called Afara's Dispersal.
Yeah.
So I will return this to your hand and surveil 2.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You can return the commander if you want.
I definitely can. Surveil 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to bin both of these, a Reanimate and a Talisman of Dominance.
Oh, wow.
Reanimate's a great
And then you get a Stitch trigger, right?
Yeah, everybody take 1.
I'm going to go to 18 because I'm not blocked.
Yeah, combat damage.
Oh, I have an effect for combat damage.
Oh,
I'm going
of
to
course you
pay
do.
2 and sacrifice a Clue to draw my second card for the turn
Sure.
and give this 2 more counters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hooah. Trigger Borca.
Wanna draw a card?
I guess.
Yay!
Hooah. That will end my turn, which will trigger my pal Benny Braxton, and I will draw a card.
Yeah.
Hooah. All right, so let's go to our turn here.
Yes,
Yeah.
our turn. 2 upkeep triggers. I'm going to make a Lightning Rager. And then the last counter is going to get removed from Charnel Serenade. And I would like to put it on the stack. This says Surveil 3 and return a creature card from my graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Then exile this again with 3 counters on it.
Sounds great.
Mm.
So I would like to do that. Surveil 3. I'm going to put 1 card back on top and curate and a Price of Fame to my graveyard.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I will then exile this, 3 counters on it, and Whispering Snitch trigger. Deal 1 to everybody.
Do you want to do the second half of your Serenade?
Return your thing
I would
first.
love to. Oh yeah, I do have a valid target here.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, but I do have this Anthem Mutineer. It's a 3/3.
Mutineer.
It'll enter with a finality counter on it. And it has an ETB effect. You got any salamanders out here?
I don't have any
No
salamanders.
salamanders.
No
hey?
salamanders.
0 Sallies.
0 Sallies. I think I've got to pop Nelly Borca.
Yeah, I mean, that
It has to be. I would love to pop the Beast Whisperer, but I think it has to be.
if it's not
Nelly
Bell Borca, I don't know what you're Or sorry,
Yeah.
Nelly Borca. I don't know what's going on. That sounds
Yeah.
good. Send it back to the command zone.
So we got an Anthem Mutineer. Whispering Snitch trigger. Then I'm going to draw a card for my turn. Oh, it's the card that I put there. Who knew?
Card I prepared earlier.
It's a swamp. That only took me digging.
Remember when you
60.
started with a Soul Ring and
I know. I kept a 3-land hand with a Soul Ring.
You
Would you believe
fool.
that? Yeah.
So, Jim, before we do anything else, can you maybe differentiate between the suspected and the finality counter for me?
No, I refuse.
Judge,
Yes.
let's do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to use this. Actually, these are new.
Oh, what is that?
These are Spike Feeder's dice. They're special for Valentine's Day. So if you got somebody special in your life coming up, this here, we'll show it on the overhead camera. You can see those.
Wow.
Yeah, they're kind of
Picture
cool.
up.
Madison designed these for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And they come in sets of 4, which is something a little bit different. We are actually doing these in sets of 4 so that you can get one for yourself and then give one to somebody that you like.
your pod. You know?
You
Yeah.
know? Like-
Yeah.
Fill out your pod or a pair for your friends.
Like I'm going to give 2 to Aaron.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Oh, I see how it is.
Yeah. So we'll use that as the finality counter there. Cool.
That's great. And where can we go pick those up?
Spikefeeders.com/shop.
Spikefeeders.com/shop.
Okay, then I'm going to continue with my turn. I will tap 3 and cast a Phyrexian Arena because I don't like being left out of the card draw.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Then I'm going to move to combat.
You got it.
This is goaded, if I'm not mistaken.
It is still goaded.
So I think I'm going to swing that one at Madison.
No, I'm at 14.
No, you're at 13. And we'll swing the Lightning Rager at Aaron.
Yeah, I have no blocks.
Would you rather take the 5-1?
I would rather take none.
Well, that wasn't
Okay,
enough.
so everybody takes one first?
I think we already
No,
did
yeah.
snitch
Yeah.
this turn.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you
just
did?
this turn.
Okay.
So,
Oh, so I'm just taking one from that.
Yeah,
just one.
I see.
Yeah.
but you do have a surveil trigger, Jim.
I'll surveil 1. I think we're going to leave that on top. Gonna be 1 damage coming at Madison, 5
Yeah.
coming at Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
24 and
Nice.
13.
Force to
13, sorry.
Then I'm just going to pass the turn.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to crack a clue.
At the end of Jim's turn, in proper priority
I
order,
said your turn.
I'm going to do Ardenvale Castle to
What does that do?
tap my Tone of Legends to draw a card.
Oh.
Now, would you like to put something on the stack?
Respond to it.
I'm going to wait.
Okay.
I'm floating 2 mana.
Thank you.
Okay, draw a card.
Okay, sounds
Cool.
Okay.
You can sack your Lightning Ranger.
You can.
Yeah, I will sack the Lightning Rager.
This is all in response to Lightning Raider.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we're going to untap and move to my turn.
Oh, untap.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's only picking me up. Once untap, I did, never mind, I'm cheating.
Yeah, don't cheat. Draw a card.
This isn't quite Seaboard Muse.
In my upkeep, I'll make my own Lightning Rager for me. And we're going to play a new card that I think is going to be exceedingly popular with our Discord, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including 2 red, for Prisoner's Dilemma.
Oh.
Each opponent secretly chooses Silence or Snitch. Then the choices are revealed. If each opponent chose Silence, Prisoner's Dilemma deals 4 damage to each of them. If each opponent chose Snitch, Prisoner's Dilemma deals 8 damage to each of them. But if you mix them together, only the people that chose Silence take 12 damage.
What?
So,
That card's sweet.
get little pieces of paper out, and you can either go for Snitch or Silence.
So Madison has to choose. Like you're at 13.
I'm
right?
at 13.
So you're not taking 12, which means you're probably going to snitch, right?
I don't know. Unless we all pick Silence and then we only take 4.
Listen, the reason I didn't call this trolley problem isn't because it isn't trolley problem.
Oh, I get it. It's like the prisoner's
Dilemma. Crazy.
This is the easiest decision of my entire life.
But if I pick snitch, then if Madison picks silence, she basically dies.
But we all take 12.
No,
Right?
actually, the only
The only people that take 12 are the ones that chose silence if there's a mix.
if there's a mix. So if
I
it's all
see.
Silence, you only each take 4. If there's a mix, the people who chose Silence take 12, and if you all choose Snitch, you all take 8.
Okay,
All right.
I can only take 4.
I'm ready.
I've been ready.
You've been ready.
Madison, what was your choice?
Snitch.
Hey, Snitch.
Snitch.
What'd you pick?
Snitch. You all take 8. Get dilemma.
So we all take 8?
You
Yeah.
all take 8.
Interesting.
I go to 16.
I'm going to 5.
Jim
I
at
will
18.
go to 14.
Alex might have our combined life totals.
And Alex goes to 16? Or
Alex
Aaron,
goes-
Aaron goes to 16?
I go to
Yeah.
16, yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Alex has our combined life totals.
Yeah, sorry about that. Prisoner's Dilemma, into the yard. Oh, by the way, that has flashback.
Dead.
By the way,
Yeah.
We are
So we should-
actually
What's the
dead.
flashback cost on it?
7.
We should all pick silence next time.
So that just I die? Oh no, I go to 1.
If we all pick silence, then we're good, right?
Yeah.
So Madison on the way
But
up.
Madison
can be
would
like,
12.
yeah.
But if,
I want you to know I picked Silence and crossed it out.
but if Alex flashes it back and either of us pick snitch, Madison dies no matter what.
I die anyway.
Listen, I was writing snitch no matter what happened.
I'll pay 1, 2, and 3 for Orzhov Advocist. At the beginning of my upkeep, each player may put 2/1/1 counters on a creature they control. If you do, you can't attack me or planeswalkers I control until my next turn. And then I'll pay a white off of Madison and 1 for Seal of Cleansing. Sacrifice it to destroy target artifact or enchantment.
Mhm.
I'll clean up my board a little bit here, and then I'll move to combat. In combat, I think what we're going to do is send our Salamanderly Warrior over at Maddie
Oh, yeah, right.
and our Lightning Rager at Aaron.
Block.
Okie dokie.
I will not block.
Aaron's going to go to 11.
Yeah, I'm not afraid.
Madison takes
And
9.
this dies.
And
Okay.
that dies, yeah. So at the end of my turn, I will sacrifice Lightning Rager, pass it over to Maddie, and that's it. That's all from me.
Alrighty.
Starting to sweat here.
I am. Untap. Make a lightning rager.
Mhm.
Draw a card.
Mhm.
Yikes.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yikes.
Okay, so 4 mana. I'm going to play a Panoptic Projector.
Oh yeah.
So I can tap it. The next face down creature I cast this turn costs 3 less to cast. And then if turning a face down permanent face up causes a triggered ability of a permanent I control to trigger, it triggers an additional time.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
It's like a mana rock, but not really. But then also
It's
like
kind
a
of weird.
pyromancer's goggles.
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
I
That's
kind of
cool.
love that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tap this so
Yeah.
that my next thing costs 3 less.
Yeah.
And it's going to be this.
Are you disguising or are
It
you
is a
morphing?
morph.
Or
Oh, cool.
manifesting. Or
you
Mighty
don't have to announce that. You
morphing
don't-
or
Mighty
supersizing or it's
Mighty
a morph.
morphing.
yeah.
Crunchitizing.
There's no captain.
That's a captain. Crunch
Trigger my
roll.
Beast Whisperer to
Oh,
draw
yeah.
a card.
Yeah,
You got it.
I guess go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So these have to attack.
Actually, this isn't goaded anymore. It's just
Oh,
suspected.
Yeah, because Nell
So
Borca's
it
on
still
play.
can't block, but it does have menace.
Ooh, could attack Alex even. That's crazy.
Yeah, it could.
You should. Alex at 34.
Alright, Alex, and this is coming at Aaron.
What did I do to deserve that other than try to snitch on you?
Any blocks or anything, Aaron?
Okay.
We don't get to draw cards anymore, eh?
No.
No, that's gone. Jim killed
I
that.
think it's maybe greedy to keep Betty Braxton alive here, so I want to trade him for 5 life here.
That's
you
got
want trigger
trample.
for 5.
Oh, I take it back. Betty Braxton, I never would have turned my back on you. No blocks.
Turn my Brax on you.
You're going to 6?
Not a problem. I'm not afraid,
Go
Madison.
to 6.
I'll go to
Alex
30.
goes to
You're going
30.
I'm at a whole life total higher than you are. What's up with that, huh?
I'm going to play this Gruul Turf, tapped, and return Shrine of the Forsaken Gods to my hand.
You
Nice,
got
nice.
it.
7 cards in my hand, I will end the turn. Sacrificing Lightning Rager.
Oh, don't mind me. Don't mind if I do. Okay. I'm not forgetting anything here, right? Untap my commander and my cards. Couple triggers. Lightning Rager. This clue I had prepared earlier and then moved over here for some reason. Get over here. All right. Those are my effects and my upkeep.
Oh, and I guess for the comments, because you're going to get upset, I would have made mana when I attacked, but I couldn't do anything with it.
How much mana burn is that?
0.
2.
Oh, you're dead.
Oh, I guess we did. Okay,
Five.
well, I'm
I'm
going to
at
draw a
5.
card.
I'm at 5. I got a couple mana burns in me.
Couple mana burns.
It's that slow burn.
All right.
Better
I'm
than
going to
this
play my first island for the game. That's crazy. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is cast 1, 2, 3
Mhm.
for my good friend, the Graph Mole. Graph Mole is a 2/4. Whenever I sacrifice a clue, I gain 3 life.
God.
Which
Oh,
I
I
didn't
need that
think
in
would be
my
very
deck.
helpful, but here we are. My clues are now also food. Love to see it. And then I'm gonna pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, adding a green off of Command Tower. I'm gonna cast Hydroid Krasis for 4.
Okay.
X is 4. So when I cast a spell, I gain half X life and half X cards rounded down each time. Flying Trample and end a spell battlefield with that many counters. So it's going to come into play with 4, but I'm going to gain 2 and draw 2.
Seems good.
I will go to 8. I will draw my second card, which will trigger my commander here.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Do one of those.
I've seen better.
Draw 2. Okay. Move to combat. We're going to send the commander at Jim and the Lightning Rager at Madison.
I will block your commander with my Amphimeteor.
I will block with the Beast Whisperer.
That's got a finality counter on
dead.
it, so it'll
Yeah.
get exiled when it does.
Thankfully, this is not a salamander.
That is dead,
it
by
is
the way.
only a fish. And I think that's all I have. So I will go to my end step, triggering Wilderness Reclamation, and my good friend, who I would have never thrown under the bus at any point in my life, Benny Braxton.
Long-term friend.
Long term,
Very
never would have
close.
sacrificed one time. And
I'm
this-
going to untap. I've got 2 triggers in my upkeep. First one is going to make me a Lightning Rager, and the second one is going to tick down this Charnel Serenade to 2. Don't think I'm going to live to see that one again, but who knows? Weirder things have happened, right?
Indeed.
I will draw a card. Actually, sorry, draw a card off Phyrexian Arena. That is dangerous. And then I'll draw a card as my card for turn. I'm going to play this Swamp as my land for turn. And then I think I'm just going to main phase Brainstorm. Main phase Brainstorm. I'll draw 3. I'll put 2 back on top. And I'm going to catch, I think this is a new one. I'm going to cast, rather, Copy Catchers. Whenever I surveil, I can pay 1 and a blue. And if I do, create a token that's a copy of this. Then I think I'm going to pay 4 and cast this Ravenous Chupacabra.
Chupa guy.
Oh, that's good.
Chupa guy. And I think I'm going to pop Aaron's Graph Mole.
That face.
I'm gonna pop here and graph them.
Amazing.
I'm gonna respond, I guess, and sacrifice my clue to draw a card, but more importantly, gain 3 life.
Got you at 11.
Going to 11, drawing what I only assume is going to be a stifle. That's not a stifle effect. Okay, yeah, and the Graph Mole will bite the dust, unfortunately.
I'm going to move to combat.
Yep.
I'm going to attack Aaron with the Lightning Rager and the Night Veil Sprite in the air.
I guess so. You have a surveil.
Wait, this isn't goaded, right?
It is not goaded.
Lightning Rager at Aaron, Night Veil Sprite at Alex.
All right. We have a surveil trigger.
I do have a Surveil trigger. That's going to go straight to the graveyard. It's a basic island. Then Alex
Go to
takes 1
28.
from the combat damage, going to 28. And Aaron, are you blocking?
Yeah, I'm gonna block.
Okay, so you'll take 1
which isn't great. Yeah.
and go to 9. And then I'm just going to pass the turn. There's your Lightning Rager.
Thank you. I'm going to untap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to upkeep. Make a Lightning Rager.
Mhm.
And I'm going to draw. I'll play Ash Barrens as my land for turn. And I had a lot of fun last turn, so what if we just flash back to Prisoner's Dilemma real quick?
I'm at 2.
Yep.
Sounds like Madison's dying.
Yeah.
So I'll flash back. You need to choose between Silence and Snitch, and then, take 4, 8, or 12 damage depending on your choices.
So the smart thing would be Solidarity Silence, right?
I can survive an 8.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I think
But
it's
you
just
almost certainly both will not survive a 12.
Aaron's sending strong signals here.
Have you
Made
made
your
a choice?
I have a choice. I'm not
what do we
changing
got?
my choice.
Your turn order here.
Turn order. Let's reveal.
What do you?
Silence.
Snitch.
I'm also snitching.
Hey, goodbye, Maddie.
I
How
was
much do
going.
we take here?
I was going
We
anyway.
all take 12 now?
No,
No.
Madison takes
Madison
12.
is dead. We take nothing.
Goodbye,
You guys take
everybody.
You guys
We've
take-
solved the prisoner's dilemma. Kill Madison.
Perfect.
Okie dokie. Let's see. What do you got for blockers over here, Jim?
I've got a 2-1, a 1-3, a 2-2, and a 1-3.
Oh, I apologize. Would anybody like to put 2 counters on their creature in exchange
Me.
for not attacking me?
Me.
Nope.
Okay, prove.
Yeah, this guy who can't attack you.
That means none of your creatures can attack me.
Oh, Benny Braxton
Just for a turn,
is
though.
never attacking either.
Okay.
So
No, I'm not taking it.
Okay, cool. I'm going to attack Jim with both of these. Got a 4-3 and a 5-1 with trample.
Yeah. I'm going to double block the 4-3 with Whispering Snitch and Ravenous Chupacabras.
I'll choose sneak as first damage.
Snitch?
Snitch, yeah.
Okay, Snitch down.
Warrior down. Okie dokie. Well, pass.
I get another upkeep, which means another Lightning Rager,
And another
and
clue.
another clue, which is great, and another draw phase.
Mhm.
Huzzah! I guess I'll move the combat first and send this very large creature at Jim.
Not the Lightning Rager as well?
You know what? Jim and I might be in cahoots a little bit now, which
Why are you attacking Jim then?
It
this
to
has
come in,
goaded.
right?
Oh,
Yeah, go
Yeah.
means
I
you have
see.
to attack.
But the Lightning Rager also has to attack?
No, it just cannot attack.
yeah,
Oh.
this is a peace treaty, if you will.
Interesting.
That being said, I'd attack you for like 100.
Like a prisoner's dilemma. How much? 12?
12.
Oh, I don't like that. I think I'm going to throw my Ravenous Chupacabra under the bus.
I have no other
It
effects.
has no
to-
trample or evade or
no,
anything.
no other,
Yeah.
no other text.
Chupacabra down.
I'll play an island turn. Okay, so I'm gonna pay 5. I have blue, white, green for Tulane Teller of Tales,
Ooh.
which is a great brawl reprint.
Yeah,
Mhm.
color.
Holland.
Holland.
Holland Teller of Tales, and then tap 4, making a green off of Command Tower for Adrix and Nev Twin Casters.
Oh, wow.
To 2/2 with War 2, whenever one or more tokens be created under your control, twice 70 tokens are created instead. Another great reprint. When I cast this, it triggers Tulane, which lets me draw a card, then put a land card from my hand onto the battlefield.
Oh.
Put this exotic orchard onto the battle. I will go to the end of my turn, triggering Bullet Succubation, Benny Braxton, Lightning Rager.
Wow, yeah.
Goodbye, Lightning Rager. Untap lands. I'm gonna draw a card. Here's the second card, which will grow.
That's the third, but
The Fish Detective, something like that. Yeah,
you haven't triggered it yet.
I haven't. All right, Fish Detective is much larger. Pass the turn.
Okay, I'll untap. In my upkeep, I have a few things going on. I will make a Lightning Rager. I will tick down this to 1. We might see one more turn.
Well, I'd be very impressed.
Maybe. And the Phyrexian Arena, I will draw a card and lose life, going to 8. I'm going to play a Swamp, and I believe this is a brand new mechanic, a brand new card subtype. I'm going to play Case of the Shifting Visage.
It is.
What is that?
This is an enchantment case. It looks like a saga, but it's not. This says at the beginning of my upkeep, surveil 1, and then it's got 2. It's kind of modal. The first one, it enters the battlefield. It's unsolved. Then it's got a solve condition, and when it gets solved, it has a different effect. So to solve, if there are 15 or more cards in my graveyard, that's in my end step, it'll be solved. And then once it's solved, it has a static ability. Whenever I cast a non-legendary creature spell, copy it. But I'm going to move to combat.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Lightning Rager doesn't have to attack,
Does not have to.
but I want to. So it's going to attack Aaron. And my flyers are going to come at Alex. I think I'm going to hold priority on the Surveil trigger from attacking to tap 2 to activate Lazov, making it a copy of Whispering Snitch until end of turn.
Yeah.
So I will Surveil now. I'm going to keep that on top, and the Whispering Snitch trigger will go on the stack. Each of you will take 1 damage.
Before that resolves.
Yep.
I'm going to flash in Selfless Squire for 4.
Okay.
Selfless Squire says prevent all damage that would be dealt to me this turn. Whenever damage that would be dealt to me is prevented, put that many 1/1 counters on Selfless Squire.
Sure.
Okay.
Is this snitch damage or life?
It is damage.
Awkward.
Okay.
So I'll take no damage and put a
Yes.
counter on Selfless Squire.
Aaron will take 1 going to 8. I will gain 1 going to 9.
Mhm.
Then combat damage. Alex, I assume you're not blocking.
I'm not blocking.
Yeah, that's a counter.
So it'll get 3 more. Aaron, 5 damage coming at you from the lightning.
Probably have to block, right?
You don't have to. You have 8 life.
I'm just going to take 5.
Then that's going to be it for me. Go ahead.
At the end of turn, I should have done this beforehand. I'm going to draw a card off my clue. Draw a card. Changes nothing,
Lightning
unfortunately.
Ranger gets sacrificed.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Okie dokie. We're going to untap. I'm going to make a Lightning Rager. I'm going to offer. Would you like to put counters on your things so you can't attack me?
I don't think I can.
I'm not going to.
Smart. Smart and good.
Okie dokie. We're going to draw a card. We're going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a Brash Taunter.
Ooh.
It's got Indestructible, and whenever it is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent.
But
This is bad news for us.
as new art, I like the
Yeah.
art a lot on that one.
Mhm.
We're going to tap white and red and Slayer's Stronghold to give Selfless Squire +2/+0 vigilance and haste until end of turn.
Oh.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to move to attacks.
Mhm.
I'm going to attack Aaron with both Lightning Rager and Selfless Squire.
Square does not have trample.
Does not have trample.
You know what? I would never once in my life consider blocking with Benny Brax. So I think Adrix and Nev is probably blocking here, and maybe Chulane as well, so I don't just die. So Adrix and Nev will block the large creature coming at me,
Okay.
and Chulane will block the Lightning Rager.
All right, so 1 damage over the top is 2.
Yes.
Lightning Rager will die. Your creatures will die. I will pay 1 and tap Tome of Legends to draw a card.
You got
I
it.
haven't played a land for turn this turn, so I will go ahead and play Escape Tunnel.
Yeah.
From there, I will pass the turn.
Another upkeep.
You make a
I
lightning
get
rager.
a Lightning Rager,
There you go.
which I only get 1 of now. And I get a Clue, which I also only get 1 of now. I will draw a card, which I only get 1 of for now. Start my turn with a Temple of Epiphany, or Enlightenment, sorry. Temple of Enlightenment. Scrying 1. I'll keep it on top. I will pay 1, 2, 3 for a Magnifying Glass.
Mhm.
2 mana artifact, tap out a colorless, or tap 4 and tap it, Investigate. And I'm going to tap 2 more, sacrifice this clue that I have, triggering my commander,
Mhm.
and draw a card, or draw a card, and then trigger my commander. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts in play, which makes my Thought Monitor.
That's my artifact.
Makes my Thought Monitor cost another mana because I counted Alex artifacts in play. So playing Thought Monitor, it's 2/2 affinity for artifacts flying. When it enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards.
Sure.
Uno, dos. Okay, I have to pay 2 to cast an Ongoing Investigation.
Mhm.
Whenever one or more creatures I control deal combat damage to a player, investigate, pay 1 and a green, exile a creature card from my graveyard, investigate, gain 2 life. All right, that's all my pre-combat effects. Move to combat. Sorry, Jim, this is not a decision that I can make, but I have to attack you for a lot.
Block.
No effects.
Lazav dead.
Okay, end of turn. Trigger Wilderness Reclamation, Betty Brax, Lightning Rager. Lightning Rager will die temporarily, untapping my lands from Wilderness Reclamation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Discarding Island and Path of Ancestry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll untap.
You got it.
So I do live to see
You do.
Eternal Serenade happen. I've got a couple upkeep triggers. The Lightning Rager, Veil 3. Then I'm going to Serenade 3. 2 into my graveyard and 1 on top. Both of them are basic swamps. Then the Eternal Serenade will allow me to reanimate a creature. Let's go Ravenous Chupacabra. I'm going to pop this thing.
Selfless Squire.
Selfless Squire. Then I'm going to draw a card.
And lose life.
Yeah, I could have copy captured, but I'm not going to, I don't think. I'll lose a life, go to 8. And notably, this Eternal Serenade is back suspended. Then I'm going to draw a card for my turn. I think I'm going to tap 5 and cast Concoct. Surveil 3, then return a creature card from my graveyard to the battlefield.
You got it.
I will surveil. I'm again not going to copy catchers. We'll dump all of them to the graveyard. Swamp, Thought Vessel, Swamp. And I'm going to return Lazav the Multifarious. Then I'm going to move to combat.
Before you move to combat, I'm going to use Seal of Cleansing to blow up your case.
What?
Yeah.
No fun allowed.
I wasn't doing anything to anybody.
I know, that's why I had to do it.
I just wanted to show all the people at home this cool new card.
And now they can see it, and then they can see how it looks in the graveyard.
Wow. This is so rude.
Yeah, that's me.
Combat.
Yes.
I'm going to swing the copy catchers at Aaron and the Night Veil Sprite at Alex. Trigger Night Veil Sprite. I will surveil. That's going to go to the graveyard. It's a basic swamp. And you know what? We'll pay. I'll make a copy of copy catchers. And so we've got 2 in the air coming at Aaron and 1 in the air coming at Alex.
I currently have to block. Block here.
Okay, they trade.
Yeah.
27. And that's going to be it for me.
For at the end of your second main phase, I have to do some things. I have to activate my ongoing investigation 2 times. So for 4 mana. To exile Thought Monitor and the Graph Mole, who will forever live on in my memory. To investigate twice and gain 4 life. Yeah, okay. So when you move to your end phase,
Lightning Ranger.
Benny Brax will trigger now because I've made a token.
In response, I'll sacrifice Escape Tunnel to go to basic.
Yep.
Algitus Plains into the battlefield tapped.
Sure.
And I draw off Benny Brax.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Anything else there, Jim?
Nope, that's it.
All right, we're going to untap. Let's go ahead to draw a card. Oh, sorry. Would anybody like Orzhov Advocist?
No thanks.
Counters.
No, thank you.
All right, I got a Lightning Rager. And we'll draw a card. Okay, first things first, now that Brash Taunter can fight, we are going to have Brash Taunter fight this gigantic creature.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
I'd like to have you deal several damage to the Brash Taunter, which will then be dealt to your face.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Goodbye.
Quick, concede the game.
Could I have my equipment back? Thank you.
Yeah. 0.
And we will pay 1 colorless to equip our Lightning Rager with this Bloodthirsty Blade, making it a 7/1.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll pay 1, 2, 3, 4 to tap Sunhome, Fortress of the Legion, to give target Lightning Rager double strike until end of turn. And then we will attack with said Lightning Rager into Jim. Hello, Jim. Do you have at least 9 tokens?
You know, Alex, I don't.
Would you like to lose the game?
Not really.
Oh, well, you can do the math if you'd like.
No, that's good.
All right.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
How many cards do you think that you drew off of Nelly Borca that game?
I counted them. It was at least 7.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yeah, it was actually insane. Actually,
Wow.
factually
I
insane.
had an effect of this Brash Taunter. I had this thing, which exiles blinks creatures.
Oh, yeah.
And I was hedging that you were going to deal the damage to Jim. Because if my way to win is attack you with my commander with a Whirler Rogue in my hand. But if I blink it, there's no world I ever win.
Yeah.
Right.
So I have to let the fight resolve and hope that Jim is the higher life total and thus the threat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
You know,
Super fair.
bet and lost.
Yeah.
How about Lightning Rangers, though? That was fun.
There's a
That
reason
card's
it's like my
always sweet.
favorite card. It just like keeps
Yes.
the pace of the game moving. It puts pressure on everybody. It makes for interesting combat decisions, and like it's just a good, well-designed card. Yeah, I was a little disappointed in the way that this deck rolled out because I stumbled on land. Obviously, I didn't get my engines going early enough, and notably, like didn't really have any creatures hit my graveyard until the very end of the game.
Yeah.
So I was like looking at my commander every turn. I'm like, I could just cast this. It's a 1/3 flying with vigilance that like gets a little bit bigger. Maybe it was the right reason or the right move to cast it, but I wasn't taking advantage of the reanimate at all. So I'm like, I even like surveilled a reanimate to the graveyard at one point because there was nothing in anybody's graveyards, and mine had a bunch of cards, and yeah. So it definitely stumbled a little bit. It got going later, but yeah, I can definitely see what the deck's going for, and it probably does it well, but I think this was just a bad rollout.
Yeah, especially the lack of color mana.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of commanders that didn't do their game plan.
Yeah, for real. I think I played one morph creature the entire game. I felt like I was walking up the down escalator the entire game.
Yeah.
So
You had a lot of colors.
I had a lot of colorless mana and
Come
lands
play
that came into play
tapped.
tapped.
If you walk up escalator next time.
Yes, it'll be much better. I'll do that next game.
Well, I know
So-
that Panoptic card.
that card was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that card.
I like that a
What
lot.
does that cost? 4?
4.
Yeah.
And then if you have your commander in place, you can attack and then just
Oh, and you
flip it
can
for
double,
free,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
interesting because there's
Very
the one
cool.
from the old commander deck that's like pay, tap it, manifest the card in your hand too.
Sure.
Mhm.
This is like a much cooler version of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it lets you cast more for free, which is nice.
And honestly, I think if it wasn't for that permanent goad that I had, I think you would have been in a lot better position because I would have had to start defending from you.
Yeah, that
My credit were very big.
Yeah.
Like again, I had ways to try to get it through, but just because it was goaded all the time, I couldn't. I had interactive spells. Even had like a wrath at some point, but just Jim and I had a board. Like the creatures weren't the problem on your side, and I
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah,
really worried
right.
about that. So like this wrath I was sitting on doesn't really do anything.
I'll say the Wrath probably just wins me the game 2 turns
Like
early.
I think
Right.
I don't think you ever had a creature that was bigger than the Lightning Ranger.
No, like literally
Right.
the Selfless Squire
Yeah.
was the biggest thing I had.
Yeah, he just like sat back and we all just killed each other.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I had
that's
fun.
what gold
That's
does,
the
you know?
important part.
yeah.
Speaking of having fun, and that's the important part, you can head over to your LGS and find these products or any others. And if you need help finding that LGS, just go check the link in the doobly-doo for Murders at Karlov Manor products. They've got set boosters. That's not what they're called anymore. They're called play
Play boosters.
boosters.
Yeah.
They've got collector boosters. They've got these super cool and fun commander decks. But before we go, we just want to say thank you to Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring us. Like I said, if you need help finding where to find these products, there is that link. We also want to say huge shout out to our channel sponsor, Gabe Jeddick. And in the meantime, you should be seeing some names scrolling over here next to my head. Those are our patrons. If you want to join their illustrious ranks and get things like dice, your name in the credits, or you need to get anything else that you need, head on over to spikefeeders.com/shop and or patreon.com/thespikefeeders. One way or the other, we're going to get you the stuff you want. In the meantime, you have a great day.